Hey guys, welcome back to the business of art. Today I want to talk to you about selling your art online, since at the time of this video, no matter where you are in the world, that's pretty much your only option right now. When I started selling my art, the best options were gallery or art fairs. And I quickly realized that those weren't really the routes that I wanted to go in. So I started at a pretty early stage selling my art online, probably a ways before a lot of other artists were doing that. And the first place that I went to was to social media because it's free. Most of us are already on it. It's easy to use. We know how to use it. Now that's for most of us. I know some people still don't have a Facebook page, but if you can figure out getting on YouTube, you can figure out setting up a Facebook page. So just by far, the easiest and most instant free method is just on social media. You should have a business page for your art specifically. Don't just share it on your own wall. You should have a business page. There's also now Instagram, and then there's a plethora of others. There's TikTok, there's LinkedIn. But if you're gonna just get started, set up a Facebook and an Instagram and just start posting. There's other videos I've done on how to actually build up your social media. But just from there on Facebook, you can post a photo of your art. You can talk about the process. You can talk about the materials. You can share your thoughts on it. And from your business page, you can share it all across social media. So you can share it on your personal page. You can share it in groups. You can share it with your friends and family. That's where I would start if you're just starting out. Now, let's say you have a bunch of pieces and you are ready to go. You want a store. You want to be kind of more official about it. There's a few methods to do with that. You can use a site such as Etsy, Fine Art America, Redbubble, or a bazillion others. Just know that with those, the cost of the ease of setting them up and how nice it looks is you will be giving them a percentage of everything that you do. And a lot of them have listing fees. So on Etsy, for instance, it's a 20-cent listing fee per item. Not too shabby, but if you're going to put up, let's say 10 photos, okay, 10 pictures, that's $2. Then you're going to be paying a percentage of the shipping cost and a percentage of the sale of the item. Then you have to factor in, of course, your shipping, the cost of shipping for you and all that stuff. So just know that those are very easy to use, but they do have a price. They are no longer free. But that being said, right now, those are really easy options to get an actual store set up. You will still need some social media because once you have a store set up, you have to share it somewhere. Just because you put up items on Etsy doesn't mean they're just going to sell all by themselves. That would be in a perfect world, but really it's hard work. You set up your Etsy store and then you're going to have to share it on your social media. You can share it in groups. You can share it with your friends and family. Same thing until you start building a name for yourself. This is where you also want to take the time to learn about search engine optimization, and that's using the correct keywords, because eventually you want people finding your paintings all on their own, people that you don't know. You don't want to only be selling to your friends and family. So that is where using the right words comes into play. So what if someone was going to be looking for what you are selling, what would they type in to find it? Those are the words that should be in your titles, your descriptions, and everything on Etsy or wherever, whatever store you're selling your art in. All right, now the third option is to set up your own website. Two places that it's actually easy for someone who's never done any web design, knows nothing about coding, knows nothing about anything. Two sites that are relatively easy to set up websites on are Wix.com and WordPress.org. Of the two, I recommend WordPress. It is much more easy, functional, and yeah. Wix may look more pretty, but in the end, it's not as functional. And this comes from a lot of experience. Now, I haven't had a Wix website in years, so things may have changed. So if anyone is a big fan of Wix, don't get offended. This is just my experience and my opinion on it. And I'll put the links to both of those down in the description. With those, both of those have free options and then a paid option. So you can set up a free website to sell your art all on your own, apart from everybody else. And you can make something that looks beautiful as just an online gallery. Same thing though. One, concentrate on the search engine optimization, the keywords, that's really important. Two, you're still going to have to share it other places. You're going to have to share it everywhere. In a perfect world, people will find it on their own, but until you learn a little more about the keywords and how to use Google to direct people in places, you're going to have to kind of rely on sharing to start with. So that is the third one. There is a fourth option, which would be to get into an actual online gallery. This is for someone who, if you have paintings that you're selling for 20 grand, 30 grand, you're not going to be selling those on Etsy. You can sell those on your own website, but you're likely not going to be selling those on social media or on a site like Fine Art America or Etsy. So for that, you would need to put together probably a very nice looking website of your own. You would need to build up your social media. You need to put together a portfolio, and then you start contacting galleries. And they all have online presences and they all have online stores right now. So that would be another route. Now that doesn't have to be only if you're selling paintings for $20,000. You can sell paintings $500 in a gallery. So if you are one of those that does the larger paintings, I'd say anywhere above like $500 and above, that's a route you want to look into. But still, you need to build up your own social media. In every case, that should be where you're starting, with a Facebook and an Instagram minimally. And you need to post on those both at least once a day minimally. But if you want to build it up faster, definitely do more. All right, so there are a lot of options with online, and it's not possible to cover every possible thing in a video. If you have any other suggestions for the other viewers for where to sell their art online, definitely put it down in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the other videos on building up social media. I have an entire playlist on here for how to build up your social media, because that's going to be really important to concentrate on right now. And I'll see you guys next time.